Well, it's not every day that a fan wants you to review something so much that they literally give you the money to buy it. So, special shout out to Garrett. He was a member of my chat while I was building the Lego Soundwave set, and he said he wanted to see me do a video on this. And I said, I just haven't bought it yet, it hasn't really been in the budget, and he literally super chatted me all the money I needed to order this. So here we are, the return of the Evolution set, which is crazy. We have the Journey of Anakin Skywalker. This is so awesome. So it's a Star Wars special action figure set. I love how they packaged it like this now. I miss this kind of packaging, because I remember the special action figure sets that came out like back in old school TVC. I don't remember the vintage ones because I wasn't alive then, but this is so cool, and it's an Evolution pack too. So we have Clone Wars Anakin, which I actually do not have that figure yet. I did not get the single carded one, and this one has a cape, which is super nice. And then next up we have, no, the galaxy belongs to me. I don't think mine was nearly as good as Sith Lord 229's. But yeah, we have the, dark side Anakin, the Darth Vader. We saw him in Ahsoka like this, when he was, incorrect. When he was all like that. But also, this is kind of how he was when he was at the end of the alternate ending for Revenge of the Sith, the video game. And then here we have Redeemed Vader. It's our first time getting the Shocky helmet Vader with the new mold. I'll take it. Don't need it, but I'll take it. Yeah, very, very cool set. Let's get it open. Now, I typically keep TVC packaging because I really do enjoy, the card back and everything. I enjoy the artwork. But with special action figure set packaging, there is no card back. There is no artwork. So I don't hold on to these. So that means I can destroy it! Alright, here they are. Our 3 figures. $55. Oh, geez. Yeah, I remember back in old school TVC, this was like $25, literally like half the price, right? Remember back when you actually had to spend less money when you got more figures? The good old days. What kind of pose is he doing? Okay, we're going to start with Clone Wars Anakin because he's kind of cool. As far as I can tell, he's actually a brand new figure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he doesn't, reuse that old school, realistic Clone Wars Anakin that they did, almost one of the final waves of Vintage Collection back in the day. I'm pretty sure this guy's new. And yeah, he's got his lightsaber, looks very, very nice. He also does have the hilt as well. Looks like it plugs onto the belt right here. How well does that go? It goes pretty well. Yeah, so you can have that on his belt if you want. He's got 2 lightsabers. How's that possible? I actually really like the cape. It's very different. Now, I'm pretty sure Clone Wars Anakin in this style never had a cape, right? At least in the show, I'm pretty sure he never had a cape. Now, it seems very interesting how they put it on. Seems like they did it with, elastic. Yeah, so you can remove this if you want. I'm not going to worry about removing it because I actually think it looks nice in there. But yeah, it seems like elastic bands right around the shoulder joints. Seems like they're tucked in there pretty nice. And it seems like it has a pretty good shape too. It holds pretty well, looks pretty good. I really do like the dark blue on the tunic as well, and the similarity to Vader's armor. He's got the Jedi logo right there. Pretty decent likeness to Hayden. That's a pretty decent likeness. I like that. Yeah, I think overall I'm really happy I held off on getting the single release of this. Oh wow, I almost thought that was going to break. It was just plastic stuck. But yeah, I'm happy I held off because this is actually a really, really cool figure, and I'm happy I got it because I was just going to settle with the original one that I had. But yeah, that's a very, very nice Clone Wars Anakin. I don't think it's the star of this multi-pack. We're actually going to save him for last. But I definitely enjoy this guy. He's got really nice articulation, really nice range. I mean, you've seen me pose him around. He poses pretty well. One thing I like testing, how well is that ball joint at the waist? Oh yeah, that's good. It's a good ball joint. All right, there's our Clone Wars Anakin. I don't know what pose he's doing here. But yeah, let's go ahead and do our Redeemed Vader next. I want to see how he looks. All right, getting Redeemed Vader out. He does have a nice alternate hand where it is cut off. And it is appreciated that he comes with the lightsabers and everything, but by this point he has literally lost his lightsaber, so these are just going to go in storage. So here's our Vader as he comes out of the box. I did take the lightning off, so we can put that on in a little bit. And first impression, it seems pretty decent. It's that same Vader mold we've seen a few times. It's super fantastic. The articulation is still absolutely phenomenal. it is one of the very best Vader figures ever produced, especially at this scale. Turned out really, really nice. Now, I really do enjoy the helmet here. That looks amazing. There definitely is a skull molded in there. Oh, that's so, so nice. You can actually see, like, the jaw right down there. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, they always do a really good job with, like, seeing the skull through the clear helmet. And the helmet looks really, really nice on this, too. Yeah, that's definitely cool. This will definitely be my main, like, electrocuted Vader. But it seems like it has the same issue that the last time I talked about Vader had. The fraying cape. Yeah, it's literally fraying at the edges. Like, there is, like, material all over my desk, all over my hands. Yeah, it's like they don't have the edge of the cape, you know, clean cut. So there's just tons of fraying. Same issue that I had last time. Exact same issue. And yeah, that kind of really sucks. I mean, look at it. It's everywhere. It's all over. I'm not joking. It's all over. It's everywhere. But anyways, he does have, you know, the lightsaber belt hole. You can put that in his belt if you want. You can have him hold his lightsaber. I'm not even going to worry about that because it's not accurate to this version of Vader. Because what we need to do, we need to take his wrist, which is on a nice up and down hinge, and we need to pop it off. There we go. We need to pop on this wrist instead, where it's been cut off. And yeah, that looks nice. That definitely looks good. It just sucks about this cape, though. Oh my gosh. Like, I think it's probably worse than the last time. But anyways, yeah, so we have most of the look here. We've got the cut off hand. We have the skull exposed. We're going to get the lightning back on him. So the lightning just kind of wraps around him. There's actually a pretty decent amount of it. And it's pretty flexible as well. So if you do want to pose him like lifting the Emperor, you can do that. And you do get this extra bit of lightning as well. You can put around an arm, you can put around a leg, something like that. But yeah, it looks nice. It's a nice version of redeemed being electrocuted Vader, but it's a very, very niche figure that only lasted a very brief moment. I think in a set like this, it wasn't necessary, but it's okay. I enjoy it. I enjoy having... I mean, it's one they still had to do, you know? This is a Vader variant that they still had to do in the new mold, and they got it out of the way in the set. So I can't be too mad. But I can be mad about this. Yeah, I can be mad about that. Alright, our last figure is Mr. Incorrect. Can't wait to see how this guy turned out. There we go. So he has his red blade Skywalker saber. He actually has an open force hand, which is cool. I'm really hoping that this guy will get a light side single-carded release, because we definitely have needed a new Revenge of the Sith Anakin in TVC for quite some time. And yeah, my first impression is that this guy does not disappoint. He looks and feels fantastic. Again, it's very odd on a lot of these Anakin figures. They don't paint the glove black. They leave it the same color as the robe. That's cheap. That's kind of stupid. But overall, you know, it's fine. You know, pose is fine, looks fine. Does he have the same legs as the Clone Wars one? Yeah, it seems like he's got the same legs as our Clone Wars Anakin, but he definitely has a different upper tunic because it's Revenge of the Sith Anakin. Well, technically, he's got those Sith eyes. You can see he's got the Sith eyes. He's got the bags under the eyes. This is an evil dark side version. And it's pretty cool. I do feel like the tone of the hair is a little too light. I think it should be like one shade darker. But yeah, it's still cool. It's still cool. His articulation still seems to be about the same standard for Vintage Collection. But he still has a nice ball joint at the waist. It doesn't seem to like have too much like wiggle as others do. I actually really like the soft goods at the waist. I think those actually turned out really nice, and they're not fraying to hell and back like the Vaders. Yeah, this is a super nice Anakin. Like, it poses really, really good. Like, look at that. I wasn't even trying. I need to get a lightsaber in his hand for that pose. I gotta get a lightsaber in his hand. There we go. He is ready to stab the Emperor, but now he's doing like a lunging stab. Yeah, for me, I really do enjoy this as like an alternate, you know, what if Anakin won against Obi-Wan. But in canon, you know, this is pretty much Anakin's ghost, you know, testing Ahsoka in the World Between Worlds. And I actually really enjoyed how they interpreted Anakin's ghost, like how it still has a lot of Vader elements to it. Very, very cool. I loved Anakin in Ahsoka, and it's very cool to have a figure of this depiction. Like, look at that, dude. That's awesome. Incorrect. Like, you can have him kind of do, like, the shoulder lunge that he did, like, after he took the first swipe at Ahsoka. Like, yeah, look at that. Look at that. That's awesome. That's fantastic. His other accessories, he does still have the hilt, and that goes on the belt very, very nicely, but I'm not going to keep that on the belt. That would make no sense. But he does also have this force push hand, which is very cool. So we can take that hand out, and then we can plug in a force push hand. How often do you see TVC figures with alternate hands? But yeah, that's really cool. That's really, really cool. I wouldn't mind... it kind of stinks that this guy's delegated like a multi-pack, because having a Sith Anakin, like, this would be cool for an Order 66 diorama, too. Get him with a robe, and, maybe a blue lightsaber to be more movie accurate. Yeah, this is awesome. Absolutely love this. Can he like pat his head with his big old open hand? He's like, oh no! Yeah, I literally cannot keep my hands off this Anakin. Like, I'm having such a blast posing this around. The joints all feel so buttery smooth. It's just so nice, dude. This is a nice Anakin. I'm definitely very happy that Garrett not only talked me into getting this set, but also literally gave me the funds to get this set. I was probably going to get it at some point. I was maybe going to wait for a sale or something. But no, as soon as he super chatted me all that, I'm like, all right, dude, I'll go on Hasbro Pulse right now and order it. And that's exactly what I did. So here he is. Here is our dark side Anakin, our Darth Vader, our Force Ghost Ahsoka apparition Anakin, alternate video game ending Sith Lord 229 Anakin. Alrighty, guys, here we go. Here is our Journey of Anakin Skywalker 3-pack, and it's pretty great. The dark side Anakin, the red lightsaber, that's what you're buying it for, without a doubt. That is why you're getting this. A new Revenge of the Sith Anakin figure for the 20th anniversary in 3 3/4 inch is absolutely fantastic. I cannot wait for a light side release to be released at mainstream retail, because I'm sure it's going to happen. But yeah, that is definitely the figure to get. If you're not worried about having the dark side variant, I would just go ahead and wait for that retail release. The electrocuted Vader, if you already have the old school TVC one or something, you do not need this one. You don't. Because it's so scene specific. It doesn't need to be the absolute latest, greatest version of Vader. If you got the old one, you're fine. The cape, again, absolutely sucks. I can't believe how bad the fraying is right out of the box. Absolutely pathetic. No excuse for that. Hasbro has really dropped the ball. They have made capes for about 30 years now for 3 3/4 inch Vaders. I have no idea how the hell they can't get it right now. And the Clone Wars Anakin is pretty cool. I like it. The cape's cute. It's a cute figure if you want yourself a Clone Wars Anakin. But I'm still pretty happy with the old one we got in TVC like almost 15 years ago now. I didn't need this one, but I like it. It's a nice one to have. Well, guys, that's pretty much it. There's my look at the Journey to Anakin 3-pack. So overall, really cool figures, but that Vader, dude, that number one, not a necessary figure if you're, like, not a scene-specific collector. And number two, that cape is just terrible. But otherwise, pretty cool set. Special thanks to Garrett for literally super chatting me all of the money to buy this. I hope you enjoyed the review. I hope it was worth it. For me, it's really awesome to be able to get some of these figures sometimes thanks to you guys. You know, it's fun, it's exciting, and I'm definitely grateful. And I would, again, like to thank Garrett for helping this video to happen in the first place. But also, special thanks to channel members, as always. Thank you all so much for the continued support. It is also always appreciated. Alrighty, guys, have a good one, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.